Well, hey out there, fellow gardeners. This is Kathy, the neighborhood gardener and beekeeper. I love to say that. I love being a beekeeper. I am learning so much, and I'm hoping that these videos are inspiring somebody out there. Maybe you might want to get started in beekeeping as well. I have loved every minute of this. I am learning every day. I'm reading, watching videos. I talk to other beekeepers and get different opinions of how they do things, and then you make your own decision of how you want to proceed in taking care of your bees. You can learn something from everybody, but one thing I've learned is, for me, keep those resources down to a minimum of the people that you're talking to. Everybody has got some great advice and may do things a little differently. I think keeping it down to 3 people for me is about what I need to do. So I have 3 key people, maybe 4 sometimes, that I talk with and talk things over with, and then I decide how I want to go from there. Otherwise, it can get a little overwhelming because things you read online from other people, what they're doing, you have to take so many things into consideration because they may not be beekeeping in your area. So something may be a little different in the area that they're in, depending on weather. But anyway, learn as much as you can because it is just fascinating taking care of these bees. So today's video, what I'm going to talk about is feeding your bees. This time of the year, it's towards the end of November now, and there's not so much blooming out there for them. They gather their nectar and their honey, their pollen. They don't gather their honey, they gather their nectar and pollen to make their honey. And resources get a little low this time of year for them when they're out foraging. So you have to make a decision. Do you want to feed your bees or not? For me, the people I've talked with and what I've read about, I think it's the right thing to do. Other people may have other opinions, but for me, I'm gonna feed them. So one of the things that we use to help supplement or substitute to help keep their hives strong during this time of the cooler months is you give them a sugar syrup. And that is just basically sugar water mixture. And that's what this is. So let me bring you a little closer. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here. It's just you feed them the pure cane sugar. Let me see if I've got that. Yeah, I've got all my ingredients here. So it's a 1-to-1 mixture. It's sugar and just the pure cane sugar and water. One of the other things that I'm going to add, this is called Pro Health. I am not endorsing this for any company or anything. This is just what I have found through asking and reading, that it's a good supplement, because since this is not a natural thing for your bees to be taking in, they're going to need a little extra help with their digesting this sugar syrup. So basically, it's very easy what you're going to do here. You're going to take a 1-to-1 substitute. So let me just kind of show you here. Okay, I had to switch that around a little bit. So basically, I've got each of these containers is 1 liter. And I have found that it takes, with the 1-to-1 mixture, I'm mixing up for 2 of these jars. So I've got some warm water here. I put 2 cups of warm water, and then I'm going to put 2 cups of sugar in here and mix it up. Make sure you use warm water, otherwise it is not going to dissolve the sugar. And I'm just going to put that mixture in. And with each liter of this, you're going to use 1 teaspoon of this Pro Health. And this is to aid in their digestion, like I was telling you about. I'm going to do everything I can to help these little girls along. Hope that wasn't making too much noise. So I have already shaken this up pretty good. So I'm going to just add a couple teaspoons. This stuff it's got some essential oil in it. So 2 teaspoons will do that. And it doesn't smell, it's pretty strong odor to these essential oils. I don't remember what it is in there, but it makes your house smell good anyway. This mixture is going to go in these liter-sized jars, and all these are, it's mason jars, and you can see the lid there. it's got little holes. So you just put your sugar water in here, make sure your lid is tight, and then you're gonna just stick this on the top, and then this is gonna slide right into the front of the beehive. And that's how the bees can go right in through there, and they can start taking in that sugar water. Okay, so that looks like it's dissolved pretty well. So let me go ahead and fill these jars, put my lids on. I'm gonna make sure these lids are on nice and tight, because you do not want these to leak into your hive. So those are on nice and tight. You take your little feeders, snaps right on top like that, and we're ready. Let's go feed these girls. Come on. Okay, so I did put a little bit of protection on. It kind of looked like one of those old funeral hats or something, right? Anyway, so I just got some gloves on and some face protection, and I did put on a shirt, and I do have my boots on down there as well. And this is just so quick. I'm just gonna slide these in, so I wanna get you a little closer so you can just kind of get a look at the hives and how they just love this stuff. So let me move you a little closer. Okay, so here we are, and you can see Louisa's hive, they're pretty active out there. So let me just go ahead, and I'm gonna flip this jar over like that, and I am just gonna slide it in the entrance here. I wanna be very gentle that I don't crush. Come on, girls. Oops, I think I crushed a bee. Oh, I hate that. I think I crushed a bee. I heard the crunch. She's there. They'll take care of her. But anyway, that's all it is. You put your feeder on there, the bees will go a little crazy for it. So let me go ahead, and I'm gonna do the other hive. Okay, so you can kind of see, let me get you a little closer. I hate that I know I crunched a bee. I should have been a little slower and a little more careful, but it happens. I try to leave enough of an opening. You can see there might be about maybe a ½ inch opening, so they can still kind of go in and out. Okay, so that's it for today's video, Feeding the Bees. I hope that inspired you in some way, that you might want to get interested in beekeeping. Even though we had a casualty with one of the bees I crushed putting that in, it's all about taking your time and being calm with them. It happens, I know, but it still makes me feel bad. I feel like she's one of my little pets, one of my little girls. There's one right there on my veil. Anyway, I hope this helps you in some way and inspires you to get involved in beekeeping. And Anyway, till the next video, I appreciate you watching, and you take care out there. Have a great week, and we'll see what the next video, I'll show you some other things that is involved in beekeeping. So again, I appreciate your time and your watching. You all have a great week out there. See ya.